Hello everyone, I'm Louise Omania and I'm training to become a Master Gardener as part of the Calgary Horticultural Society's Master Gardener program. The Master Gardener program is perfect for gardeners who are interested in learning more about the art and science of gardening in their local area. The program is both theoretical and practical and covers a wide range of topics, including soils, botany, plant propagation and garden design. This video series about pruning is aimed at new gardeners and consists of 4 short videos. Firstly, I will talk about keeping safe in the garden. This video is filmed in my local community garden, but the ideas apply in all garden settings. Next, a look at the structure of stems and branches so you will recognise the perfect part of the plant to prune. Next, a look at basic hand tools for pruning. And lastly, please join me as I assess a plant for pruning so you will know what to look for when you begin pruning at home. Well, let's get started! I'm here today at my local community garden to talk about garden safety. Keeping safe is on everyone's mind at the moment due to the COVID-19 virus. Here at the community garden, we are required to maintain social distancing. We carefully clean common surfaces and don't share tools. Everyone must wear gloves. Do you know where the first aid kit is? When you are gardening in a community setting, tell someone if you have any medical alerts and let them know what first aid you might need. Having your EpiPen or reliever medication handy could save your life. Know how to call 911 on a mobile phone or how to get to the nearest medical services. Where there is sun, there can be sunburn and even skin cancer. So apply a broad spectrum sunscreen to all exposed skin. Wear a hat or cap, wear sunglasses and gloves. Now you're ready to garden. Knee pads are a great idea when working on the ground. When pruning, protect your eyes with clear glasses. Look around your yard for holes, tools and toys hidden in the grass. Hoses left out can be a trip hazard, so roll them neatly out of the way. Use barrows to move loads, keep paths clear. Use sturdy footwear when digging. Use your legs and keep your back straight when lifting. Remember to stop and rest and have a drink. I might do that right now. See you next time. Hello, I'm Louise Omania and I'm a Master Gardener in training as part of Calgary Horticultural Society's Master Gardener program. I'm here today in my local community garden to talk about basic plant morphology. Plant morphology is the study of the physical form and external structure of plants. Believe it or not, you already know some of this. Roots, trunk, branches, flowers, fruits and seeds. I'm going to go into a little more detail talking about stems and branches of plants. The purpose of morphology is to guide you to the perfect part of the plant to prune. So let's get started. Stems and branches are the main above ground parts of many plants. They provide structure and shape. They support leaves, flowers, fruits and seeds. Nutrients, water and sugars flow through them. Parts of a branch or stem that are important to know when pruning are the terminal bud, the axillary bud or lateral bud, the node and the internode. The terminal bud is the primary growing point at the tip of the stem. It allows the plant to grow taller and longer. When you remove the terminal bud, you stop the plant growing at that point. This is one way of limiting how tall a tree will grow. The plant becomes bushy because growth from the lateral buds explodes. You might have done this before when you pinch back the tips of basil or shaped a shrub. On this plant, it's easy to see the nodes. This is the node, and this is the node. The large space in between is the internode. If I were to prune this plant just above the node, I'd put my secateurs right in here. When using bypass secateurs for pruning, like this pair, always keep the flat part of the blade toward the part of the plant that you want to keep. I'll show you what I mean. So this is the flat part of my blade. Here's my plant. I want to get the flat part of the blade just in top of the node there. Always prune just above the node. That way you won't damage the buds. By pruning just above the node with a nice clean cut, you create the best place for healing and allow a clear direction for the buds to grow. When it comes to pruning larger branches or trees, it is important to look for the branch collar and branch bark ridge. The branch collar is the swollen area at the base of the branch where it is attached to the trunk. The bark ridge is the raised area of bark at the point where the branch attaches to the trunk and extends in a line either side of the trunk. When pruning, it is essential to cut above the branch collar. Leave it intact. Never cut flush to the trunk. The branch collar will callus and slow the entry of disease and decay-causing organisms, and eventually the wound will grow over completely and seal. Today you have learned a few new words like node, lateral bud, and branch bark collar. Now you know the perfect part of the plant to prune. So I'll see you next time when I show you some basic tools for pruning. I'm here today in my local community garden where I'd like to show you some of my favourite pruning tools and how to use them safely. So let's get started. My favourite saw for most pruning jobs in the garden is this one. It's very simple and it has a comfortable handle. The narrow end is really easy to get into tight places, and the offset teeth are really great for cutting large branches. These are my favourite secateurs. They're the bypass type. Bypass secateurs act like scissors where the two blades pass one another. And what that means is when I cut back a plant which has soft tissue, I get a nice clean cut and I don't damage the plant. I love loppers with telescopic handles. They allow you to prune up high whilst keeping your feet firmly on the ground. A sturdy garden fork teamed with a garden spade will make digging in the soil a breeze. Use a metal soil rake to shape and level the soil before planting seeds, and keep the leaf rake for the light work around the garden. Before you start pruning, clean and disinfect your tools. When you have finished pruning, clean and disinfect your tools. You can make your own solution of 1 part disinfectant to 4 parts water. By using clean tools, you are helping to stop the spread of fungal spores such as black knot fungus and bronze leaf disease. Sharpen blades when required and inspect your tools for loose or broken parts and fix them. Store your tools out of the weather. A good pair of secateurs and a small pruning saw are great tools to have. See you next time. Hello, I'm Louise Omania, and I'm a Master Gardener in training as part of the Calgary Horticultural Society's Master Gardener program. In today's video, I will share with you how I assess a plant before pruning so you will know what to look for when you begin pruning at home. Let's get started! Be confident when you prune. If the branches are dangerous, dead, dying, damaged or diseased, prune them away. This flowering crabapple should have a nice round dome. I will take the tips from the top branches to help shape it. There is an enormous sucker from the rootstock which has been left to grow. This will have been robbing the crabapple of water and nutrients for years and will need to be removed. Okay, I've got a really long branch here, and I'm going to use cuts 1 and 2 of the 3-step cut method to take the weight off the branch. It's too big a branch for me to do it all in one go. So first cut is cutting under. That's to stop it tearing. Second cut is a bit further along the branch. Hear the crack. Just let it fall to the ground. If we come back and look at the cut, you can see where I've undercut and the second cut has come through and there's been no tearing of the bark underneath. And now that I've taken all the weight off that branch, I can come further down here, past the damage point, back down into here, and that will be my final cut. I'm ready to do my final cut. I've taken all the weight off the branch and I'm just left with this stub. What I need to consider now is where along this stub will be the correct place to cut, because I need to be mindful of not damaging the collar. So I need to take a good look around the branch, and I think coming here will be good. I can see there's a bit of swelling in behind here, and I need to cut just in front of that swelling. I finished taking the remainder of the branch off, and I'm left with a nice clean cut. You'll see that I have not gone flush with the trunk, but I've left it come out a little bit to allow that branch collar. So I've finished pruning this branch now, and remember the reason I was pruning this one was to allow people to stand up in this area and be able to walk past. So now cars can come and park in the spot, and people can walk past here on their way to the building without being in the way, without the branch being in the way. I hope you really enjoyed this series regarding pruning and you found some of the tips useful. Remember, use clean, sharp tools, always cut above the node, and most importantly, keep safe. See you next time. Good morning. No, keep going. Hi there. Did you know that everything... No. Not only are you protecting your skin from sunburn, but you're also protecting yourself against scratches and prickles and dinosaurs. Hello, I'm Louise Omania, and I'm a Master Gardener in training as part of the Calgary Horticultural Society's Master Gardener program.